Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading and it is potentially the biggest week of the year energy wise this week because there's a huge shift. Pluto is moving into Aquarius. We're moving into Aries season. There is the Aries new moon, but the big energy really is Pluto moving into Aquarius, the planet of birth, death, rebirth, change, transformation, not so much change, but transformation and truth. Deep truths is the lord of the underworld, is moving into Aquarius. So it's massive, connects you to power and helps you understand how fear works in your world. It's a big, deep, intense shift and change that's coming through. So we have as your first card, the Seven of Cups. This is where Psyche is praying to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, saying, please bring my love back, bring the feeling back, bring the person that I love back, or bring this feeling that I want back. So it really is a sense of potentially getting messages from Aphrodite, the goddess of love, this week. So let's see where else this is going. Gemini, where else is this going? So a sense of potentially praying for help or praying for a miracle can be coming through with that as well. And it does, Aphrodite is actually answering the call here and saying, pointing towards one of the cups and saying, this is what you have to do. She is answering Psyche here. So it may be that you're getting messages from that higher realm coming through. So let's see what else is coming in. We have the Three of Cups. Very beautiful. This is when Eros and Psyche first came together. This is could be sort of like a metaphorical coming together or wedding or so. And I think we need to get the full picture here. The Five of Wands, the Four of Swords. So there may be a little bit with the Five of Wands. This is something that you've been struggling with, battling the dragon. The Four of Swords is where you find yourself at a crossroads. And so if any of you are having any kind of health issues with things like addictions, this is actually a very helpful energy of working with that. That's something that's coming through with this. But this can also be the Five of Wands. You can see that Jason is there battling the dragon. He's trying to get the golden fleece off the dragon. It represents a struggle or on the material realm, or a struggle, it could feel like a bit of a reality check that comes in with that. He's really trying to heal something in his life and the dragon has it. He might feel like it's just something out of his reach or out of his grasp. But interestingly enough, he has support here by this powerful witch who is standing behind him, whether he's aware of it or not. There's someone around supporting you with something you're struggling with, that you've found yourself at a crossroads. And it definitely could be to do with love and connection and a relationship, whether it's past, present or future. So that's something that's coming through here for you, Gemini. So I feel like your emotional world is definitely getting this is where this transformation, potentially you might be feeling it, this Plutonian energy. Let's see what else we have. The Five of Cups, interesting. And at the base, the Emperor. Interesting. Okay. So we'll put the Emperor down for the moment and put all these other ones up. So we've got two fives, which represent conflicts usually, or something you're struggling with. And the Five of Cups is where there's some kind of, this is where Eros flees the scene. He leaves. I'm actually just going to hold it up on its own. So this is where Eros, because we've heard this story. So this is where you can see just the little wings there are leaving. He's left. Him and Psyche are lovers, and she's broken the rules of the relationship. She wasn't allowed, the gods said that she wasn't allowed to look upon his face for whatever reason. And which I can't remember now, but there was a reason. And it was very much a sense of she couldn't help herself. When he was asleep one night, she peeked and looked at him because she'd convinced herself there was something wrong with him. Why can't I look at him? And they'd been together for a while and she hadn't seen his true face, who he really, really was. And so she couldn't help it. She had to look. And at that moment, he opened his eyes and saw that she had seen his face and that she'd broken the rules. And so he had to flee, he had to leave. And so this is kind of almost where it feels like something has left. And this is the point where he left. And then this is her actually saying, please, how do I get him back? How do I get this energy back, the thing that left? So potentially this is the thing that you've been struggling with here. With perhaps a relationship that didn't work out, or somebody quite literally leaving you in your life, whether this is a relationship or just feeling like in some way, shape or form, perhaps the rules were broken, or that there was a loss. There was something that you truly, truly lost with the Five of Cups. And it felt like maybe you've never really kind of got that back. It's might be that you're kind of really revisiting some very deep emotional kind of wounds that are coming in here. And this is where it's kind of interesting, because here we have Psyche praying to Aphrodite saying, how do I get this back? So there's an opportunity here to receive messages from guides, soul, spirit, about how to get that thing that you lost emotionally, that feeling back, or how to explain this, because obviously some people are not going to come back, especially if they've passed on or moved on, but it's more about getting the feeling back, like how do I love again, or how do I feel happy again, or how do I feel the joy or fulfillment again. So it can be a sense of the thing that I've been really struggling with that perhaps was disappointing me, or felt like I was feeling sad about. How do I get back to feeling how I want to feel? And feeling like I'm kind of connected here, or connected to the right person, or I found the right person, or that I'm celebrating the people around me and the connections around me at this moment in time. So I really feel like it's quite, you could feel quite vulnerable even with this energy, but it's kind of saying there's something deep inside your heart that was lost that can return, and to ask, to pray, to ask for that energy. And so we have the Emperor here. This is Zeus. And we are moving into Aries season. So Emperor represents the card of Aries in the deck. And Aries is all about, it's about stepping into your power, taking control of a situation, feeling in control. And he's got the lightning bolt in his hand. He's got the world in his hand. He's got the eagle of wisdom by his side. And he's sitting on top of Mount Olympus. Powerful energy, higher perspective, stepping into your power, connecting to your true power on a very high spiritual energy, which is your soul, your true essence of who you are. And getting some very, very strong and deep soul guidance messages, perhaps in the guise of Aphrodite or somebody else coming through, or a guide, a dream, whatever it is that's showing you how to get this missing energy that with the cup back. So listen to those. You might get some really interesting intuitive messages around that as well. You might find yourself at a crossroads with a relationship that you might be deeply questioning it, or deeply questioning certain relationships in your life. Either way, I think the message you're getting here is to connect to your soul, the wisdom of your soul, a higher perspective, and you're going to see very clearly what your heart wants and how it can heal in this situation. So, yeah, interesting. So let's see. Let's get a final message for you, Gemini. Too much there. So we did see the Knight of Shells come out. So that does represent love and romance as well, which is the Knight of Cups. But here we have the Nine of Acorns. Yeah, power and perseverance. And the Eight of Acorns, energy and results. Look at that electric eel. It's almost like I said, Pluto is the planet that represents power, connects you to the power, your power. You're seeing the Emperor here. And so this could be around, somebody that had authority or power in your life, somebody that had a very powerful presence in your life as well. So the Emperor sometimes can represent father energy as well. But ultimately, it's connecting you to your own power. Look at that beautiful Black Panther there. That's just like, oh, that look in its eyes. And it is saying you're connecting to your own power. Persevere, because what it is that you're asking Aphrodite, the goddess of love, for, you can get the results if you put the energy towards it and you focus on it at this moment in time. And so focus on connecting to your power and focus on asking and speaking to your soul. So, yeah, wow, amazing. So that is your reading, Gemini. I just wanted to, let you know about the beautiful Patreon community that we're building, because the reason I did actually set it up and start it was because Pluto was moving into Aquarius, and that's the energy that's happening this week. And I'm seeing that with this energy that we're all working through, there's going to be a 20-year cycle around it, which is huge, big shifts. You're going to see people making big changes and all sorts of things happening. But I see it as something where we have the possibility to step into our own power and work with our own energies, and especially the soul evolution of our journey, our energy. And so it's like I wanted to kind of put some practical tips and see it as like a complete toolkit. So there will be tutorials about how to work with your own energy, connect to your soul, remove energy blocks, things like that, belief systems. There will be astrology updates. There will be live healing sessions. There will be access to all the extendeds, meditations, all sorts of little things that we kind of talk about. And so, and ultimately it's about just giving you the tools to work with your own energy, and for us all to be there together, growing and supporting each other together. So that's it. I'd love it if you kind of came on board or checked it out at least. The link is in the description box below. And so please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Gemini, I love to read your comments, and that helps with the growth of the channel. And take care.